flame.
It's down bad.
50.
Yeah.
See you ain't bucking, you looking, you heard?
Yes.
Froze up cause they know what's up. Just know what's us. Got the pulse up. Hold up.
Like and subscribe!
Hot Water Records, the podcast. You know my name. Been putting in that pain. My name is Verge. Y'all know. Today I'm here with.
It's your boy Uncle Flip from Rock, Cormside, you know. We out here, man.
Yeah, we are. You've been working hard this year, man. We only 6 months in.
Can you say that again?
You've been working hard this year. Well, you want me to say it louder for the people in the... Yo, y'all, wake the fuck up out there, man. Flip been working hard this year, man. 6 months into the year, we got 3 albums.
3 albums.
BTA.
Acting Nice.
Acting Nice. And what was the joint with the family on the cover?
Been a short.
Been short.
Yeah.
Talk to me about that lingo, man. A lot of
Okay.
people don't understand the lingo, so we got to start there.
I'm from Coram and we talk backwards, right? I mean, there's a lot of stuff that come with this.
Coram or Maroc? Which one?
I mean,
depend on the era you from, right?
It's the same thing.
Okay.
Maroc is Coram spelled backwards. Since I was a little kid, we've been talking backwards. I got into this with this kid I worked with the other day. He's like, oh, that had me weak. He's from Brooklyn. I said, you know, you got that from us, right?
That's a fact.
And he's like, nah, we didn't get that from. I said, if anybody's saying something's funny, and they're saying, oh, that had me weak, you got that from Coram. No other place on the island, like, you got that directly from Coram. He's like, there's no way. So I started calling people that, like, you know, I called my man Priest, who came out here from Queens when he was younger, around like 13, 14, and like he got on the phone. He's like, nah, like that weak shit started in Coram. And like, you know, I got songs from like 2004 where I'm like, why you say that kid is weak when he funny as shit? Like that's 20 years ago. Like people didn't start picking up saying, oh, that's weak in the city until like, you know, 08, 09, 010. Maybe later than that. You know, that backwards talk just been ingrained in what we've been doing. Like, and it's not just backwards talk. Like, you know what I'm saying? When we say like, you know, I'm in the office, like I'm in the whip, like I'm in the office, I got everything I need now. I got the office. I'm flying around. I'm doing what I gotta do.
No, don't give all the cloth away. Not all the cloth. Just enough for them to understand.
So been a short. You know, I've been fucking around with the music, but like I came home in 2011, 2012, and I dropped an album called Work Release. But like that was the last time I dropped the album. So 12, 13,
2000 what? You said
2012, 2011, around there.
Physical copies,
yeah. Like we was printing CDs or whatever, and that was cool. But like, then I got into the battle rap stuff, and I
see.
Yeah.
You look like a whole nother person. I said, hold on.
I was on drugs.
We gonna get into all of that.
Hold
on. We gonna get to all of that. Slow down. Don't, you know what I mean? Hold on. You look like a whole nother nigga when you was battle rapper. I said, hold on. That's boy. No hair, slimmer.
Yeah.
Age is age. You always know. You don't look a little. I'm looking at your face. I see the face. I'm like, that's still the same face, but it's the body build. Hair, what happened? What was going on in that time? Were you in a bag where? Because it looked like you was about to start taking off in the battle rap.
I was in the fucking
like,
bag
you
already.
got a couple. I seen your highlight reel, nigga. I seen you post a highlight reel. I said, hold on.
Yeah. To understand what was going on with battle rap, we got to go way back. We got to go to 2002, before jail, before all that, right? Boom. We had a barbershop in the hood called Dimensional Cuts, right? It moved, the name changed or whatever, but it used to be in Plaza 99, right? My man Corey cuts hair in there. He's from Fort Greene, right? So, Brooklyn. So you know how people are like in barbershops, like, yo, my man will smoke your man, da-da-da. So boom, they set up this whole thing and start doing these battles in the barbershop, right? Battles in the barbershop. This is before Smack DVD. Like, this is like the essence. This is the essence of, like, you know, if you rap back then, you just battled. It is what it is. Like, you know, and like you didn't have no personals. You didn't have rounds catered to somebody. You just came with your best material against their best material, and people just see who won, right? He was cool with my man Steams. Now, my man Steams been all over the world with battle. Yeah, yes. So now I'm battling Steams in the barbershop in Coram in 2002.
In 02, you battled Steams?
Yes.
The battle rap you talking
yes,
about?
Yes,
yes. With chess?
Kareem,
okay,
yes,
Cake
yes,
life, yeah. All right.
That's my man,
okay.
Right? So that's
shout out to him, shout out to Steams.
So this is all gonna make sense. Is how I get into We Go Hard, right? Boom.
Yeah, I was going. See, you asking? I don't even got to ask. I'm about to be in cruise control, y'all. I ain't gotta ask many questions. I'm gonna let them talk.
So I battle Steams. Next year they do it again. I battle him again, right? And there's DVDs of this floating around, right? Like from 20 years ago, like. So we don't lose contact, but like, you know, we kind of like drift our separate ways. You know, MySpace, yo, what's up, bro? Right?
All type of shit.
Whatever. So in 2006, right? I go to like this American Idol type thing for rap. It was at Quad Studio. I go with my man Jay Will. I'm performing my song, and this guy named Von Jeff, he was the head A&R for Fight Club at the time. The pool tables stand across from each other and battle. Yeah, on MTV too. This ain't for you. This for
right, for
people
listener.
that don't know.
For them at home, yeah.
We're a little older, so people don't know. You know.
Oh, don't put me up there with you.
I'm just. So he said, "Yo, let me hear some acapella." So I do an acapella. He's like, I talked to him after. He's like, "Yo, I want you to come to Fight Club and I want you to try out for the auditions." I said, "Okay, cool." So I go to the auditions, right? I got about like 30 verses ready to battle whoever, right? First dude I battled is a guy named KM. KM went on to win the first Freestyle Friday tournament, right? I seen that because I was literally in Ulster Cadre watching it on TV. I was like, damn, I battled him before. That's crazy, right? Second person I battled that night was a guy named Jay Focus. Keep that name in the back of your head, right? Third person I battled that night is Cortez. Yeah, Cortez. Beat Cortez, right?
Oh, you beat Cortez?
Yes.
Hold on.
No. This is facts though. Like, boom. Now the fourth.
1 round off or 3
No,
rounds?
3 rounds. 3 rounds. Everybody. So I'm 9 rounds in. 3, right? Beat Cortez, right?
Came with that word. You had 9 rounds.
Next person I battle.
This is pre-cell phone era, y'all. It
Yeah.
wasn't no fucking flip phone. None of that. Niggas, you had the shit written down in your back pocket. Or you
We had
it on
Nextels. We had Nextels.
You had no bars in there.
No bars and
I
no
had one of those.
Nextel. It's not
I had
happening,
one of
right?
those. You ain't had no bars in there.
So the next person I battle, right, comes with Ransom. Remember Ransom from the A-Team? Yes, he comes with him, 16-year-old kid. I wound up battling Tay-Rock. That night, after I battled Cortez, after I battled KM, after I battled Jay Focus, so he's the fourth person I battled that night, right? We go to 3 rounds. They say they can't pick a winner. We go to 4 rounds. They say we can't pick a winner. We go to 5 rounds. They give it to him. Okay.
And your name was what back then? What was your name?
My name at the time was Scott Free. So my name was.
Always get away scot-free.
Well, my name was Flip Grams.
Okay.
Okay, and then I kind of got into like a shady, like I'm a young kid at the time, so I kind of got into like a shady record deal.
Okay.
And
When
then
you say shady, you mean like shady as in people being shady, not shady records.
no. People being shady. Not
Okay.
not M. We wouldn't.
Sound like hold on. You talking Cortez? Right?
No.
Like, talking shady like hold on. what's
Nah.
What's going on?
That's
All right,
crazy.
all right.
No. You're right for
So a
that.
shady person.
Yeah, shady.
Janky promoters.
Yeah.
all right.
And he's like, oh well, you owe me 3 albums or you can't use his name Flip Grams.
Hours.
And I said, okay, well, I'm gonna get away scot-free then. And that's what I'm gonna do. And I just started rapping under the name Scott-Free, right? So boom.
But your name not Scott. You just said Scott-Free.
Scott-Free.
Yeah.
So boom. I'm kind of like buzzing with that. Catch a sale. Catch a sale. Now I'm sitting up in the county for
What year was this?
2007. I got locked up on Halloween, October 31st, 2007. So boom, I sit up for like you got bars? You gotta have bars. That's good. October 31st, I sit up for 7 months in the county. I bail out. My aunt puts a house up, so I'm
Shout out to Auntie. Shout out to Auntie. I love that.
so I'm in the town. One day I'm just sitting. I'm sitting on the phone. I go on YouTube and I see the dude Jay Focus that I battle. I said, keep that name in the back of your head. Yeah. So I'm like,
What was the end result of the Tay-Rock thing at that night? Before we jump to the rest of the story.
what you mean?
Who won the battle?
He did. After 5 rounds, he won. Yeah, he took that. I think I said
Just for
that.
the notes. Just for the notes. Y'all.
No, he took it. Yeah, shout out to him. So I'm watching this dude Jay Focus that I battled, and he's battling this kid that I never seen before. His name's Hollow the Dawn. Right?
Did it? Yeah.
So
I like the people in this story.
Yeah,
man.
so this is 2008, right? I'm out on bail.
Okay.
I hit up Hollow the Dawn on MySpace because this is before people were like, Hollywood. I'm like, yo, you smoked that dude? Like I smoked him at the Fight Club, like good shit. And he's like, oh, you battle rap? I said, yeah. He said, yo, I'll try and get you on Grind Time. I don't know him from a hole in the wall. Shout out to Hollow the Dawn.
Hollow, that's hard.
I don't know him from a hole in the wall,
Loyalty
right?
over money, man, is cloth. You see when niggas come with stories like this, you
So-
gotta salute.
I'm thinking like, I'll probably never hear from this guy, whatever.
Yeah.
One night he hits me up on a Friday. He's like, yo, can you get to Battery Park in Manhattan tomorrow to battle this dude named Philly Swain? And I said, yeah, sure, no problem. So I go and I battle Philly Swain. Philly Swain won the
Like it's a strive!
battle, but you know, World Star 3.5 million views to this day. You know what I'm saying? I'm one of those ones. So I get in the loop with that. Then I do another battle on Grind Time. Then I get sentenced and I gotta go away, right? Yeah, out on bail the whole time. So now I go away. You know,
What's that feeling like in that moment of you once they cuff you, they throw you once you get in process, you sitting in there, you like, yo, everything's on point. Because you just went from technology booming and going here and going there. I mean, technology wasn't even really booming then. I'm just saying, you just went from the world of being free and moving around and making these moves and Hollow hitting you and saying, pull up over here to Battery Park to now, you got a date.
Yeah.
Talk to me about that feel. How does that feel in that moment?
So, you know, I used to get in a lot of trouble when I was a kid, and my stepfather, like, you know, he used to whoop my ass a little bit or whatever, and then, but he would drop jewels after the ass whooping that I wouldn't listen to. You know what I'm saying? Because he would already whoop my ass. I don't gotta listen to him now, right? But and I remember one he used to say over and over again. He said, "Sean, you could pay now and play later, or you could play now and pay later." And that never made sense to me until I was sitting in the cell and I couldn't get out. You know what I'm saying? Like damn, like this is what he was talking about. Like I could have put the work in, went to school, did everything that I was supposed to do, and live a better life then, or I could just fuck around now and find out later. And that's
was in the pain. You was in the pain.
Yeah, I was paying. So,
talk to me about the feeling. Like, how did that feel, man? Like, you had all these promising things going on, and now you got to fucking bid. Did it make the bid worse? Were you in there angry?
Nah, because you know what? The thing about jail, and it's a really scary thing. Like I remember when I was like 3 years into my bid, like one day I was walking down on the walkway and I seen like everybody walking around and they were all in greens, and it hit me. I was like, I'm in fucking prison right now. Like that's crazy. Like people are outside living their life, chilling. Like I'm in this is its own little fucking matrix right here. Like you know what I'm saying? Like we in a bubble. Like it's just. But you know, you meet good people in prison too, like you know, and that's the shit that people don't talk about. You meet some cool people in prison. Some of my best holidays I ever had were in prison. Some of the best Thanksgivings I ever had were sitting in prison with a bunch of people that were cooking out of a microwave. Because like you know what I'm saying, it's just like I'm one of those people that's always gonna make the best out of a bad situation. Because like if I don't, then like I'm stuck somewhere miserable. You know what I'm saying? So, but my music. You know, like everything plays a part. So boom, I start battling in jails, in prison, right? And I get to Ulster, right? And I wind up getting cadre. And when you go out to the yard, people start saying same thing with the barbershop. Like, yo, my man nicer than your man, da da da. So like now I'm cooking people in the yard in prison, right?
And you see all of us. You seeing most of the population because most people. I mean, not all of them, but let's say 40% of them go through Ulster, 60% go down.
Yeah.
You seeing a lot of people come and go. Like the turnover rate here is high.
Yes.
So
yeah.
It's not like you just seeing the same niggas every day.
No.
This could be in today, and then next week, a whole nother crowd.
I start doing my thing up there. Same thing. I catch a ticket. I wind up going to Franklin, rapping there, whatever. Everywhere I went, like I was just like that rapper, you know. And like I remember, I caught a tier 2 ticket one time just for rapping in the yard. They said I was trying to incite a riot. You know how they say no more than 6 to a group when you're walking around. Well, when you got 40 people standing in the middle of the yard watching 2 people battle, they think you're doing something. They think it's about to pop off or whatever. Like I done had situations like that. But musically, things that I learned like about stage performance, things that I learned about crowd control, breath control, I learned in Arthur Kill. So I land in Arthur Kill. I get a KSAC, and I land in Arthur Kill, and
non-violent niggas, man. You niggas always snuck out, man. I always envy you niggas, man. Like, damn, I used to be the nigga on the gate, like, damn, look at the non-violent niggas going off, man.
I was sad that I got fucking Arthur Kill, and by sad means I was happy, right? I was fucking sad I got Arthur Kill because fucking that shit's in Staten Island. It's either that or Hale Creek, and Hale Creek it's still gonna be hard for my mom to get up there and visit me. So when I knew I was getting Staten Island, I was sad for that. So I wind up in Arthur Kill, and I start meeting people there, and they got a whole fucking music program in there. They got a dude named Sly that been down for 25 years. He got an MPC in the shit. They're making beats. They got a whole room. The only thing we didn't have was shit to record. So I meet my boy Steels. I mean, me and my boy Steels still talk to this day. Like, there was like none of me. They called this shit PTS, Prison to the Streets. Next thing you know, on fucking 4th of July, Memorial Day, we're throwing fucking shows in the fucking yard. In Staten Island. And it's like, you know, it's not like the jails upstate where, like, you know, the COs are fucking racist and all fucked up. From the hood. So, you know what I'm saying? They like, hey, they hanging out, like, you know what I'm saying? And so, like, I learned a lot from doing that. And then, no, I can't. I was stepping down. Stepping down.
Oh, this nigga had to
stepping down, chilling.
You had the cakewalk on the way down, like, yo, you went from fucking that shit
it got
County,
yeah. Listen, it got bad, and then it got better. You know what I'm saying? It was okay in the beginning. It got bad really quickly. Well, I had a CO put his fucking hands on me, and I went to the infirmary, and I had a bump on my head, and they were just like,
shoot 200.
Yeah, I was just trying. I was just trying to chill, but they were like, nah, tier 3, 30 days. Once you get 30 days, they kick you out the spot. So then Franklin.
Population in Franklin too.
Franklin's horrible.
No, I'm saying like some of the population is like, you know, from other niggas, the SAs, you know what I'm talking about? The nasty crimes, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, like Gowanda and all of that. Like that crowd. They said that crowd ends up in Franklin.
SOP.
Exactly. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah. But they keep them. They keep them
They're
separated.
like other houses, like how they have the ASAT houses to the side.
Yes.
Like okay. Right.
So, I mean, Franklin, like, I remember when I landed in Franklin, they said if you're here, it's because you have a disciplinary problem, and this is a disciplinary jail. And
hold on, watch this, y'all. What's your DIN number?
08R4114.
That's how you know he been there. All right, we back.
So
just in case niggas had questions.
So I'm sitting there, and the sergeant comes and gives his spiel when you first get there, and he's like, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. that's your time. Do whatever you gotta do. 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. is our time. If we gotta come get you, we're gonna fuck you up. So they're telling you from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. don't fucking do nothing that's gonna fucking, you know. But you know that it was a, like, you could chill in that spot, but like you could get fucked up in that spot too. It you know, it depends what you fucking with, you know. Gangs, gays, gambling. If you fuck with them 3Gs, you might have a problem. If you just no, any one of them. Yeah, you could be fucking with somebody's girlfriend. You don't even know it. Like, whatever.
Hey, Pete, didn't I tell you about the 3Gs, man? You pay attention, nigga. This is valuable information.
But you know, you don't learn this shit until you go to these places.
Oh no, you learn it, but it don't make sense until you get there.
Yeah.
You said the lesson with your step pops when he was telling you things after the whoopings.
Mm-hmm.
Once you got there, you was like, damn, I'm paying now.
Yeah.
What he was talking about. But talk to me about. All right, you doing your bid.
Mm-hmm.
Was there any communication with anybody from the streets as far as what you had going on in the streets?
Well, I have.
You was just on timeout.
No, I mean, you know, it'd be like with a lot of people, it'd be like out of sight, out of mind. But then there other people that, you know what I'm saying?
Musically.
Oh, musically.
Yeah, I mean, you said you had the battle in Battery. Did you make it to that battle where Hollow Does Not told you to pull up?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so
I battled in Battery Park.
Were you able
Philly
to,
Swain?
Okay, all right. You just said that. Were you able to maintain scot-free while you were locked up?
No. No, because fucking what I ain't got.
Social media wasn't
so MySpace was jumping when I went away, right? I remember being on the phone with my boy Timmy Gage, and he's like, yo, MySpace is dead, bro, and that shit broke my fucking heart. I'm like, what do you mean MySpace is dead? He said, nah, it's this Facebook thing. I said, Facebook. I said, I'm never gonna have a Facebook. Came home, had one the first day I was out. Like, you know what I'm saying? So like,
So you just had to do the bid.
do the bid, and
when did you come home?
I came home 2011, February.
Okay, you come home. How long before you start making music? How long before you start battling? Did you start battling again or no?
No. So February 2011, I came home. I was trying to get. So,
I see footage of you bigger battling. So you definitely battled since you've been here.
oh yeah.
Okay.
I got like 40 battles. Like I was popping with battle rap. Like you know what I'm saying? Like,
So the We Go Hard shit starts after you come home.
after I come home.
How do you get into that? Go with that.
Okay, so real quick, because it's all got a tie in. 2011, I come home, right? I'm on work release for 18 months. Going
Like it's a strive!
and I,
Get hard on you.
so now I'm a 2-time felon.
So she know you from a. That's a nasty.
Nasty. No. No. And I don't fuck around. I be chilling, man. Like I rap that shit, but like I be chilling, like, you know, which, you know, it's crazy because you know, I work in treatment now. Like I work in the field. Like I work in rehab. You know, I pretty much run the shit. Shout out to that. I work at Phoenix House.
Phoenix, I went to Lake Hospital. Crazy. Come on, I know.
It's crazy, right? I've been there for in July it'll be 2 years. I've been in Phoenix House. So to get to the music thing, around like I always dibble and dabble. Shout out to my man Nino. My boy Nino. Me and him been rapping together for like 20 years. Me and my boy Ag. I mean, he don't take it as serious as us, but he's nasty. Like, you know, like I have friends that, like, you know, we always rap together and we were always nice. And a big shout out to Gutter, because if it wasn't for Gutter, I wouldn't be doing this shit. Because like Gutter would be like, hit me up, be like, yo, I'm gonna get a studio session in 8 hours, like just pull up, I just need you to rap. And I'd be like, he'd be like, yo, just pull up, catch a vibe, da da da. I'd be like, all right. So I would pull up, I record a verse with them, record a couple verses, and I go on my way. And I was doing that for like the last couple of years, like, you know, sporadically. Nino was literally like freestyling on Instagram one night, and he said, he kind of like took a shot at me. He said, he said, fuck your feelings, get in the stew. And that, like, I saw that shit on Instagram, like, damn, like he said it in a way that's like, yo, bro, like, he said, my people got a story that need to be told, and he's right. So, last September, Nino dropped his album for The Office on all streaming platforms right now. And I'm like, damn, he dropped the album. And I didn't know how easy it is to drop an album today. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got $30, you can get a distro kid, and then you could drop as much as you want. That's why I drop an album every 3 months, because I already paid for the shit. Why not, right? So I dropped the album. Uncle Flip. I went from Flip Grams to Scott Free, took my name Flip Grams back, was battling as Flip Grams, and then, so the name changed from Flip Grams. I don't sell drugs no more. Why am I going to keep calling myself Flip Grams? And really, the Uncle Flip thing came from, I have nephews, and they've been calling me Uncle Flip since they're babies. So, like, nah, shout out to Uncle Dave, though. Yeah, Uncle Flip was literally like, my nephew's calling me Uncle Flip, and I was just like, I was battling, and I was just like, I don't want to go by Flip Grams anymore. So we're not battling no more. We hung up the battling shit. We done with it. It depends. It depends. If Price is Right, the right play come along. Like, I mean, listen, my thing with battle rap is like, you know, it's. Because that's what we started. We started with saying battle rap is toxic. It's about legacy at this point, but I always get the itch, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, my last battle was like 2 years ago. Like, it's, you know, I'm not that far removed from battling. I battled Sinfully 2 years ago almost. On We Go Hard. Yeah. When I get, listen, all it takes for me to jump back into battle rap is to pull up to an event and see motherfuckers cooking, because it's always gonna be a competition thing. I'll be like, yo, fuck that, I could do this. You know, I could give you 6 rounds. I could fucking do this. You know what I'm saying? So, like, you know. But do you feel like, because it was, you said earlier, how it intertwined. You don't fear that? No, because since I've been sober, I've had 4 battles. I just don't care about battle rap enough to, like, make it my career or, like, try and take it any further with that. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm getting at is, you don't see it as a place to
fall or relapsing?
Nah, because I've already battled. I've already pulled up. Like, you know what I'm saying?
You don't look at it like, yo, if I start battling again, I might need some of these old triggers. I might need some of these old triggers.
No, I'm
You
pretty.
was on it, so the drugs wasn't even because of battle. That was just the program day-to-day life. Like, I'm living life
Yeah,
this way, and I'm showing up to, you know, some DMX shit.
yeah,
Pretty much. That's what it is. So now, Nino drops an album.
Nino drops an album.
And this is what? This is 2024. This last year.
Last September, like
So that's why you want
10 months ago.
run.
Yeah.
Shout out to Nino for the 3-album run, man. What's going on for the rest of the year?
Well, I'm gonna drop again.
Okay.
I just did a Trapland freestyle the other day. Shout out to Trapland. I'm trying to just. My whole thing is this, right? So like I was talking about this with him earlier too. I've always had a bunch of excuses when it came to like music or like a music career or whatever. I'm like, oh well, you know, if I wasn't doing drugs and if this didn't happen, if that didn't, like for a long time, like I never had a stable situation. My life is pretty stable today. You know, I got my own place. I got a shorty. We're about to get married. I'm getting married in like 97. Jen, yeah. Shout out to Jen.
You get the tattoo?
Yeah,
All right, say that.
there.
Yeah. Jen, I got you. Yeah, say that.
my baby.
You said it on the record. You was like, I'm embarrassed. I ain't get the, you know what I mean? She got it.
Yeah. Come Monday, I'm
listening,
going to tat it back.
I'm listening.
Yeah. Yeah, you listening. I appreciate that. So, I got Jen. We got girls. I got a stable home life. I got a good job, and I'm like, you know, like I'm not poor. I'm not chasing the bag. I'm not fucked up. Like, you know, my credit's good. Got 760. Like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, good. So I'm like, yo, if I had a lot of ego earlier when I was doing music and stuff like that. Like, oh, I shouldn't have to pay for videos. I shouldn't have to pay for studio time. If you run around with that mentality, you're done. You're done. You're not as nice as you think you are to where you don't have to fucking pay for shit. Everybody pays. The fucking nicest people in the world paid. So who the fuck am I to think that I don't have to pay? Yeah. So like, you gotta meet the right people. You know what I'm saying? I got a good situation. Like I got a good situation with Eames over at New Legends. Like that's my man. I've known him since he's a little kid. Like, you know what I'm saying? So like we have a good situation. It's all about building the right team, right? So studio, video. Gutter tell you he's not the manager, but he very much is the manager because everything he does, he functions as the manager. You know what I'm saying? He makes the album work. He makes the album covers. Gutter does everything.
Yeah, I like the collage that you did for
Yeah.
not BTA.
Acting Nice. Gutter made that. Gutter made all of them. You know what I'm saying? Like,
What's on the belt? On the cover of BTA.
it's a belt buckle that says Belt to Ass Tour 25. Yeah. No, it says Belt to Ass 25. We're on the Belt to Ass Tour. Still.
Why the intro and the outro thing you did? The outro and the
Because I'm from Iraq, man.
Ooh, you ain't even do the signs.
The outro's the intro and the intro's the outro.
Crazy.
Yeah, I'm from Iraq,
I
man.
also seen the 10 is a consistent or close to consistent number as far as how many songs you have.
Yeah.
Particular reason why.
I just think 10's a good number. It's good vibrations. It's you know, 7's too little, 13 is too much. We live in the social media age, like, you know what I'm saying? You do anything for more than 30 seconds, like, you know, people move on to the next thing. And, you know, I've just been trying to, like, you know, do videos, trying to get on platforms, trying to do whatever I can in my time that's like.
Yo, so let me ask you something. So when a rapper plays with you in any context, like your boy says something to you in Jester and you went and dropped 3 albums. I see you had the situation with some young boys from your neighborhood.
Shout out to Bag Talk.
Yeah, you had a little situation, a little verbal spat. Y'all got the sparring and all of that, which I'm highly entertained by both sides. I want to get him up here to tell his side of the story too, but I want to know how you feel going into something like a battle or something like a diss, knowing that your track record is, nigga, I do this battle. Do you laugh at it or do you be like, egg it on or like?
I mean, it's all. I mean, shout out to Chuck. Chuck's my man. Shout out to Quinn too.
Oh, y'all all, everything is solid.
Me and Chuck patched up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Me and Chuck probably going do something together.
How did y'all reach it? How did y'all get to that one?
Because we grown men, and we know each other's caliber. Like, you know what I'm saying? I've been in and out of the state, he been in and out of the state, but we know each other past that. You know what I'm saying? But like,
Yeah, because y'all from the same neighborhood.
I mean, my shit really wasn't with Chuck. It was like with the, I don't like the indirect stuff. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes I'll be bugging too. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes like I'll think something's like, you know.
That's why I like putting a stamp on everything.
Sometimes I'll think something's addressed to me and it may not be. I'm a Pisces, so like I'm emotional anyway. So like once I think you playing with me, I'm like, all right, fuck it. I battle. So like this is what I do. You know what I'm saying? But that shit was never nothing serious.
It didn't sound like it was not serious, but it was entertaining.
Of course it's
You know what I'm saying?
entertaining.
It was entertaining, but you went into it knowing
Like it's a strive!
your pedigree. You ain't hold no punches. You pull back.
Nah.
It's a fight. It's a fade. You guys go fade.
Let's go V.
What's up with you in third gen, man? That's nephew, man. Let's talk about that, man. Do you have a situation with third gen? Is there a
I
problem?
mean, I don't think it's a problem. I just don't fuck with him.
Okay. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Everybody ain't for everybody.
Cause so third dude, little kid shit.
He's a kid, bro.
Yeah, but
Compared to us.
but you fuck like me and him had a good
No,
situation.
People say that lightly in the hood. People say that in every hood. Literally, to us, he's a kid.
I understand, but we dealing with business now.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? And me and Third had a good fucking situation. I love the way that Third shoots videos. I love the way that Third shoots videos. I still think he's one of the best videographers out
Hey,
here.
that's my nephew, man. He doing good.
I think he's one of the best videographers out here. But when you start, you know, I was going through this situation with Chuck and him. I mean, it's pretty much because, you know, he was their cameraman. You know what I'm saying? And he started doing videos for me, and that's where the little back and forth shit. But he was playing both sides of the fence, and that's what
Was he not supposed to?
I mean,
Was he supposed to pick a side? Y'all all from the same neighborhood.
he picked his side to begin with.
Wasn't he supposed to?
No. So like he was under the pretense of, like, I don't fuck with them anymore. You know what I'm saying? So then like you running that Buzz Report page, I know it's you running the page, and then you post some shit saying, because you know once I seen the shit he was doing, I just, you know, untagged him from everything, and then I block people. That's what I do. Like fucking, all right, boom, go about your life. You know what I'm saying? So, cause he couldn't look me up from his page because he was blocked, he posted saying, Bag Talk gets Uncle Flip to delete his profile, and I'm like, that's crazy. But it's like, whatever.
It don't sound like something. It don't sound like no.
I moved past
I'm not
it.
saying you holding on to. I'm just saying.
'Cause, you
it
know,
sound like it's something where if he walked into the room, y'all would have a problem. That just sound like a misunderstanding.
Yeah, I mean, he has a very inflated self-ego as for a young man.
You have one like that.
Yeah,
That's what I said.
yeah.
Grace is a kid.
But like he thinks like
Think about you at 25.
he thinks that, like, you know, if someone stops fucking with him, their motion's gonna stop. My motion kept going. My motion's gonna continue to keep going with or without people.
I mean, you had motion before somebody. Chances are you're gonna have motion.
Yeah, but I wasn't dropping videos before Third. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And I was using Third exclusively like that. I wasn't going and fucking with anybody else. But shout out to K Black, man. Shout out to K Black, shot right. That's my man.
Hey man, we
Shout out
here
to
for a
Tap
good
the
time,
Chaser.
not a
Shout out
long
to them
time.
cloth
Yeah,
boys, man.
Get your drops in. Get your
Shout out
drops.
to the cloth, man.
Promote. This the promo
Bars for
hour.
Days.
Yeah.
Bars for Days had an album.
I see
released
you
the
playing
other
with.
night.
I see you sparring with bro. You know what I mean? I said, hold on.
That's my guy.
Yeah, he one of them. Man. Talk about that record you got crazy.
We got 2 records together. Well, it was
one on your album, one on his album.
basically I'm dropping the album, you dropping the album. Let's do it. Let's do something for each other. I saw his podium. Shout out to the podium. Shout out to Puzz. Shout out to Puzz. Official. So the podium shit, like I saw Bars for Days did his shit. I said, damn, he's nice. You know what I'm saying? I'm not one of those people that like I'm not a hater, and like I want to work with people. You know, like if you're nice, we're working free of charge. Like it's not a money thing. If you're not good, I'm gonna charge you. Because if you're gonna make me get on the track and embarrass myself by being with you, like you gotta pay me at least. You know, but like there's certain people like I'm just not gonna charge or you know, I'm not paying either. I'm not paying anybody for a feature. I rap.
I pay. If I got an opportunity to work with somebody that I want to work with, I pay them.
Okay.
It depends. I mean, there's levels. So you telling me if you want? That's the thing. You gotta want to work with people. If you don't want to work with nobody, then that's why you don't want to pay. There's certain people I want to get a track with. You know what I mean? If I see Graf, if I see Jada Kiss, if I see any one of these guys that I want to work with, yo. What?
I meant like local artists, but.
Oh, see, that's a different conversation. I don't want to work with too many locals either. I'm talking about people I want to work with.
Well, there are local artists I want to work with, and not for nothing, that bridge that I built with bars has like led to, like, you know what I'm saying, me and Tef gonna do something, me and Flea gonna do something, me and Spody gonna do something, like, you know what I'm saying, like these are the like, you know what I'm saying, like, these are the people I like to listen to, you know what I'm saying. There's people I like to listen to, you know. I did my man Loopy just came home. Loopy and the shit. You might want to get him up here. He's on it. You know, he's kind of pop. He's from Bellport. He's on his shit right now. I put him on the album, like, you know what I'm saying. Like, if I just want to make good music with.
He on one of the records that's pinned on the album.
Yeah, he on that Loopy Badass. He on that fast lane shit. I'm in the fast lane whipping.
When I see the little dot next to the record, that means, like, I think most people gravitate towards that record.
Yes, that little star right next to it. Yeah.
Right.
Because it's got a good hook. It's upbeat and it's catchy. Like, you know, and that's another thing. Like, not yet. It's coming. Yeah.
2025, man. What's the rest of the year looking like for you?
I
see you was at the show, the album release for Bar for Days.
It's a fact.
On Friday the 20th.
Yeah. So the Cloth got a show the day after 4th of July, July 5th. It's like, nah, it's gonna be in Bayshore. It's in the backyard. It's gonna be like, it's an outdoor barbecue like event. Like, it's gonna be big vendors, like all types of stuff going on. July 5th, I got that. Midway into July, we got the BTA tour is gonna continue. Shout out to Gutter again. Gutter throw shows. So I'll be
So you say BTA tour, you mean BTA the album or your tour? Performing this everywhere?
We have an album, we have a tour. It's just.
What's BTA the tour then?
That's our show.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what you calling it BTA and you having an album called BTA? Is that coincidence or it's for a reason? Like, you performing that album, BTA?
No, we're not performing that album. I mean, I'll perform stuff like from the album,
right.
But like BTA means like belt to ass tour. We've
That's
been on.
So it's just coincidence.
Yeah.
Okay.
We've been on.
BTA tour. It sounds like to me like you performing.
Well, the BTA tour is what we've been on all year. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
The BTA, the album spawned out of the tour that we've been on. You know what I'm saying? We started off with, you know, Been a Short, me, Gutter, Eames, Nino, Bando's nice, G Beezy, Ag, my son Racco, Loopy. Like, this is the BTA tour. My son H Sav, he's like 17. He got some shit. He's got some shit.
I was gonna ask about that.
And like, you know, I know you tapped in. Like, you seen the Situations video. Like, my son Bando, like, you know what I'm saying? He from the younger generation, but this shit melts together. Like, we just gotta, like, we just trying to make good music. August 30th, we performing at Old Head Day.
Old Head Day. That sounds like a place I need to be.
Old Head Day Old Head Day been going on for like 10 years in on Granny Road at the park over there.
Okay.
They have basketball tournaments, all types of. This is the first time ever like people are performing at Old Head Day. So like me, Nino, like you know, I love my hood. My hood loves it. You see, I call myself the voice of Morocco. Like, I don't call myself the voice of anywhere else. Like, I'm the voice of Morocco. Like, I talk about these situations. I talk about these people. Like, you know what I'm saying? I have close friends that passed away to so many different circumstances. Like, their mothers would be like, I'll be at, like, you know, a balloon release or a candle. Like, their mother would be like, you performing tonight? Like, that means a lot to me. Shit like that means a lot, man. R.P. Charlie, man. Duke, Flea, Polo. Whole hood.
Anything else you want to say to the people before we get up out of here, man?
We'll probably drop another album in like 3 months.
Okay, so we taking a break.
Not 3 months, 2 months. I try to drop every 3 months.
Seems like you're dropping every other month. 6 months, 3 albums.
We're gonna do some videos. You know, I'm open for bookings, all that.
Holla at me where they can get in contact with you for bookings, man.
Hit me on the gram, uncle_flip_, and I'll work something out with you.
You said just one of the lines that stuck with me. You said they call me Unc, so how we not family? What you said?
The hood call me Unc. How we not family?
Okay, yeah. All right, so y'all see what's going on here, man. Tap in with your boy, man. Get with him and get left. It's the last thing you want to say. What you want to say to the people, man? It seems like you got something else to say, man.
Nah, I'm pretty good, man.
Got it all off?
I think this is a good.
Hey, Pete Kaputs, man. Get us out of here, man. It's hot.
Like and subscribe!
To the city, right? So I got a bullshit job at Meat Farms in Port Jeff. I'm going back and forth, like, you know. I was in Lincoln. Lincoln's closed now, but it was in the beginning of Harlem, 110th Street. Like, you get off, it's right there. Like, when you get on the roof, like, you could see Central Park. Yeah, Central Park, right across the street. So, I sit there. I come home, get a girl, I start fucking with her, and then I couldn't smoke weed, and I loved smoking weed, right? Like, I really wasn't into like all other drugs and shit, but like I really love smoke. I couldn't smoke weed. When I get to work release, I get on the roof, I smell shit. I smell weed. I'm like, these motherfuckers. I see the CO over there. Like, these motherfuckers smoking weed.
This before we was legal.
I'm like, but listen, I'm like, how are these motherfuckers getting away with this? The CO sitting right there, like, this shit don't make no sense. I said, yo, what the fuck is y'all doing? And they said, oh, we smoking Issue. I said, what the fuck is Issue? It's K2. They smoking K2 on the roof. So I start smoking K2 with them, not knowing what the fuck is going on.
But hold on, there was levels to the K2.
Yeah.
What you talking about ain't the shit that's going on today. I ain't seen catching those episodes. I never tried it. Well, I'm talking about the effects. I saw people smoke K2 in that time that you talking about, and I didn't see them leaking out on the floor. Now niggas might hit 2 pulls of that K2 they got now and be on the floor.
Listen, so I was smoking K2 for about like 2 months, and then one day I was getting on the wrong car from a train station to go back to jail, and like I didn't have an episode like that, but I had some sort of episode that made me say like, I'm not fucking with this anymore, and I never smoked K2 again. It was like, you know what I'm saying? It was like a life altering. Like, I thought I was on that platform making deals with Jesus. I was like, this is crazy. Like, yeah.
One more time. Man.
So I'm like, I can't smoke weed. I can't do that, right? So I started fucking around with the blues, right?
This one was popping. This was
popping.
You talking 2012,
2012. Roxy's. It was everywhere, right?
If you know, you know.
So I would sniff a little half a pill, and I'd be chilling, right? And then boom, in my mind, I'm like, I didn't understand where this was going to head. I couldn't, like, you know, predict that this was a road that was going to be taken. So I would be like, yeah, I could fuck around, come home from the jail on Friday. I could do the Roxy's on Friday, maybe Saturday. When I go back to jail on Wednesday, I'll be able to piss clean. And that was the setup. That was the program. Friday, Saturday turned into Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Start pushing it to the max. Next thing I know, it's Wednesday, and I'm drinking a gallon of piss, and I'm taking, you know, Golden Seal and vitamin B12 to make your piss yellow, and like, you know, all that. Like fucking just
make a bladder full of Jello.
A concoction of fucking like home remedies with a gallon of water, and I would.
You ever had the, what's the name of this shit? Sonny's number 2 or something?
Yeah.
That shit tastes
Yeah.
What?
That's why I would just get all of the stuff that is in that. Like the pills from GNC or whatever, like, you know, it's like Echinacea, Golden Seal, B12, like niacin, cranberry pills, like, and as long as your shit was yellow, like, you know.
Yo, if you wasn't on parole trying to shake out, I don't want to talk to you niggas, man.
So,
if you wasn't trying to beat it dirty in some kind of way, you was scared.
So, yo, I literally got off a work release with a full-blown pill habit. Full-blown pill habit.
And now you're off parole.
No. When you get off of work release, you go straight to parole. So now I'm getting on parole
what's
with
more intense? Somebody coming from you did them both. Work release or parole?
Work release, because you have a parole officer anyway. I got violated for sleeping at my shorty's house. You know, like I had to sit in the jail for like a week, and then they let me go out to work. That was one of the worst months of my life. Those 30 days before they started letting me get home visits again, I was literally taking the train. Like, now, back and forth, I'm making like, what, $12, $13 an hour, and I'm taking the train from fucking Manhattan to fucking Port Jeff every single day just to go to work. I want to be free. So, fucking around with the pills. Somewhere along the line, it wasn't this like. I wish it would have been like a bigger decision and a bigger like time period for me to like, you know, weigh whether I should do this or not do this. One day it was like I ain't have pill money, dope was there. I sniffed a bag of dope. I said, boom, we're doing this now. And that was literally it. That was the transition. I'm like, I'm $300 a day for 10 pills, or I could get a bundle for $40. It was okay, cool. So, still not fucking. And you know, it's crazy because when I was younger, I was 100 times smarter than I was. Like, you know, people will sit there and tell you like, oh, you know, they don't do a good job with these kids. Let's talk about elementary. We had Dare. We had fucking Nancy Reagan just say no to drugs. Like, I knew to stay away from heroin when I was like fucking in 5th grade. I'm a 30-year-old man doing heroin.
We're talking about situations.
The
reason why you doing all you ducking shit. Like, I can't smoke weed. Stuff over these pills. I can't get the pills.
Trying them.
It's always that. That's what it be. Something. It's people, places, and things. As much as we hate that ASAP shit, that shit real. This is the real. That's the real spill. People, places, and things.
So basically, that started a decade of in and out of jail.
Yeah.
You know.
On like light shit.
Possession in the 7th.
Yeah, shit like that. For 10 years?
10 years.
God damn.
Bunch of different rehabs, like trying to get it together, sober houses, fucking, you know what I'm saying? All types of programs, shelters, like fucking just trying. Now, the whole time I'm doing that, I got this battle rap career that's starting, stopping. Like taking off, having breakout performances, going back to fucking around. People can't find me. Next thing, you know what I'm saying? Like,
your clean paper shit.
Taking deposits. Yo, they're at my spot. They locking me up right now. Ain't nobody fucking locking me up. I took the deposit and ran over on the plug. What do you mean? Gotta get high. Yeah, it was fucked up. So, but you asked me how the battle rap with We Go Hard started. Shout out to We Go Hard, man.
I see you got it tatted too. I was gonna ask you about that.
Yeah, that's my family, man. And that's the thing. That's the thing. They never, you know, they show me love. They never judge me. So boom, Facebook, Steams hits me up. It's my man. We go back from barbershop days. At the time, this is 2010
years later. 15 years
2014, 15.
You're a grown man now.
So it's 12, 13 years later. Yeah, we both grown men. But he's like, I'm popping right now. He's like, I'm on URL. I'm doing shit. Like,
Steve was on his run at that time.
He's like, yo, come fuck with me. And this is right before him and Chess were doing like the helicopter shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's like, come fuck with me. So I said, yeah, put me on the card. He puts me on the first Love Day. Shit's on 715 Hinsdale, East New York, right? I pull up to the spot with my man and my girl at the time, and it's just us three. And the venue was called The Basement because it was in the basement. So I meet a dude I never met before. It's his building. He said, yeah. He's like, y'all the first ones here. I'm thinking it's a setup. I'm like, what the fuck is? I'm
nobody there.
Sitchy, everything, like. So he brings me down to the basement. He's like, the basement's dark. There's no light bulb down there. I said, this is how Tommy felt when he was about to get whacked. Like, I came here for a fucking battle. Like, yeah. I came here for. He said, yo, I'm gonna go upstairs and go get a light bulb. And I remember turning to my man Ag, and he said, what the fuck are we doing here? I said, I don't know, right? And then,
mind you, this is supposed to be, I hate to cut you off, not to cut you off, but I gotta put this in there so people get the context of it. You're supposed to be running bars in your head, prepping, yo, when I say this, I want to do this with my hands, or your performance is what you're supposed to be thinking. You think about safety right now.
Yeah.
This could fuck your whole performance up.
I might not leave here today.
So keep going. Go ahead. He said he's gonna get the light bulb.
So boom, I mean City. City runs We Go Hard, big City. Shout out to B City, that's my man.
B-City.
I mean, yo, Flip, nice to meet you. Boom, love from the beginning. They get the light bulb, more people start filtering in. I'm meeting people, and then it's time to go. They never seen nothing like me before, you know. And like you said, I look different. I was skinnier. I didn't have no hair. Like my hair was
basically OT the real before OT the real. That's how I see it.
I think he was doing his bid when I was doing that.
You know what I mean, though. He was basically OT the real.
Shout out to OT the real.
Shout out to him. Nah,
Nasty.
Cool nigga.
He's mad. He's fire.
Cool nigga. Well, you had the bars. You shook the room.
Yeah. I shook the room about
did
like.
drugs ever affect the battle?
Oh, that's a great question. We're gonna get to that. Okay. So I battled this dude T the
Ten songs on this like it's a strive.
Prince. I smoked him. And shout out to him. Then I battled Drift. I won that battle. Shout out to him.
Remember all the victims' names.
Then I battled Young Chris. Shout out to him. I kind of had it under control. Like the first two battles, I was like living in a sober house in Yaphank. By the third battle, I was getting high again, but still trying to control it. You could tell which videos, which ones I was fucking hot. So like my fourth or fifth battle in, I take a battle against somebody that like I should have beat, and I was hot. I went in the bathroom, got busy.
What made you do that? Nerves?
Nah, it was just part of the program. Had nothing to do with nerves.
What part were you at? Because I remember you said you had to duck the weed by taking the pills, and the pills got expensive. So what part were you? You was already in the vid bag, or you still in the vid bag?
Oh, I'm shooting dope at this time. I'm
mainline.
I'm in the
At the battle mainline.
in the bathroom.
With the kid.
Everything. Yeah. Shooting dope. Came out.
This is one of the realest stories ever, y'all.
Fucked up my battle.
Pay attention.
Fucked up my battle.
Yeah.
Bad.
Yeah.
Like I don't watch the footage of that battle. Like
Fuck your head up.
you know what I'm saying? I see myself in that battle like eyes sunken in, mad skinny, 5 o'clock shadow, no haircut because I ain't have no money to get a haircut because I needed heroin. You know, like just fucking like one of the worst ones. So it's so real, Birds. It's so real. That was a Saturday. By Monday, I was on my way to Seafield to go to rehab again.
Ready. You was at a battle at a crashing point, like.
Yeah. And like a battle I should have won. My material was flawless, but even if people say I won, I know in my heart I lost
What
because
made you feel like you lost? Slipped lines.
yeah, I fucked up my first round. Like I blanked out. It was just not my best performance. So I wound up going to rehab, and then it's crazy because right after that I had one of the best battles of my life. I battled this kid Cool, like Cool had been on a run, I had been on a run, and like it was just like two forces, and we battled at a card called Night to Remember. That's their like Summer Madness. You know, they haven't thrown one since then, and this is 2016. I had Performance of the Night. Coming out of rehab, like
I'm about to ask.
coming out of rehab,
Coming out of Seafield.
Okay, this is 2 months after the last battle. Like you know what I'm saying? Like
How
battled,
long was in Seafield for?
battled
28 days?
days, came back, landed in a sober house, went and did this battle. Fucking wore a suit.
Where the fuck you writing at?
I wrote in rehab.
Okay, in rehab.
Yeah.
You been a baby
Yeah, because I kept in touch with I would keep in touch. This is different now, so like the technology's different, things are different. Like I'm still talking to Steams like every day. He know what's going on with me, and he's like, "Yo, they gonna give you Cool at Night to Remember." Man, I went to my fucking bedroom, started writing for that motherfucker. I said, "Fuck this, yo." Like, I'm nice, like. You know, I had one of my favorite bars that night. It's probably my loudest crowd reaction ever. I was like,
back shooting again.
No, not that. That one's great.
That was great.
The Saving Private Ryan shit. I said, back to Cool, I'm blazing with the iron. I'm gonna turn your beach party into Saving Private Ryan. They went fucking nuts. And we had a real stage. There was like 300 people in there. I never got a crowd reaction. I never got a crowd reaction like that before. And there's people to this day that still haven't gotten a crowd reaction like that's like one of the. Yeah, and it was just this that should have been the end of it, but it wasn't. That's 2016. Like that was, I had another 3-4 years of in and out of rehab, but to
So you're doing a battle rap thing, but you're not focusing on music. And what I mean by that is you're not putting no music out, no tapes, no albums, no singles, nothing. You just everything into battle rap at this time.
Everything was into battle rap. Like,
so how did you pivot? What made you pivot?
So battle rap is pretty toxic. I was talking to PJ about this earlier.
Yeah, break it down.
So like battle rap is so toxic in the form of like there's not a much appreciation for what you're actually doing. So to only use it once. To only use it once. You can't use it again.
You can't do nothing.
You can't use it again. Any of those great
But
bars.
you do get a moment of you get a sense of relief after you spit those bars.
Yeah,
and you got that stamp. That's
for that one day, but that's to me that's the same thing as drugs. You see what I'm saying? Now it's a whole lot deeper. So like that's chasing a bag to me. You know what I'm saying? And not a bag of money, but like I'm chasing a fucking high, and yeah, that's cool and all, but it's not worth my mental health. It's not worth my mental health. And the thing with battle rap and me constantly relapsing over and over again, like they kind of like fake coincided together. I'm not gonna blame battle rap for me going and doing heroin. That's crazy. But like, yeah, and it was just I just knew it wasn't good for my mental health. So in 2020, like I wound up catching the case, right? Well, I'm involved in the case. I'm getting high basically, and like, you know, just doing a little bit, moving around. I get caught up in the conspiracy, right? With a few other people. Lowest tier. Yeah. So I wound up getting drug court, right?
nasty. Oh my God, that's one of the worst programs they hand out in New York State.
They didn't want to give me drug court. I was on. So boom, you know how they. When's the last time you got locked up? So you know about bail reform.
Hey,
I had no idea what bail.
Hey, Pete, bleep that out, man. I want you to know my business. Don't let them see what I say, yo. He love me, y'all. He love me, man. He don't play about me.
So I had no idea what this bail reform thing was about, right? So like it you got 15 people sitting there, all caught up in this conspiracy. And I'm thinking like, all right, I'm gonna go sit up for a couple months. Everybody, all. They put ankle bracelets on a few people, but everybody's
different levels of it. Some people got supervised release, some people just all.
Yeah. So I get out. I got nowhere to go because my mom's shit got raided. In that, dealing with this. Yeah. There was nothing in the house, but her shit got raided. She living in an apartment complex. I can't go to the apartment complex now. I got nowhere to go. So I went to my ex-girl's grandmother's house. No, Artist Lake. Same shit.
It's me. You know, come on, talk to me.
Shout out to Artist Lake, man. Shout out to Homestead. Shout out to the hood, man. Morocco in the building.
The whole 631. Yeah.
So I wound up staying at her house for a few days. They moved. I had to go to court on Friday. They moved my shit from Sea Isle to Riverhead that quick. That quick, indicted, right? And nah, I went to Talbot House, sat up in that bitch for like 2 weeks because I had no insurance, and then they shipped me over to CK Post, and then from CK Post I went to the sober house. I've been sober ever since. I've been sober almost 5 years.
Shout out to that.
So I was fighting this case, and they didn't want to give me the drug court or whatever. I was, you know, they wanted me to do a 1 to 3. They wanted me to go back up north. Yeah. So this whole time, like, I'm in outpatient. I have a job. I live in a sober house, and I'm going to AA, right? So I'm going to AA, and like I'm sponsoring people, and I'm like heavily involved in that. I probably got about like. I went to the judge with 100 character reference letters. 100. Like it was a stack like this.
Yeah, and shout out to bail reform for giving you the time to do that.
Yeah. And yeah, because you know, it could go both. Like I'm one of the people that bail reform like changed my life.
You and me both.
It changed my life. You know, because like I could have went and sat up. And
it's not really bail. I think it's called cashless bail crime. Like these crimes, no matter when you catch them, how many of them you catch, these are considered cashless bail. Mm-hmm. You go in all.
Yeah.
No matter what.
But like that saved my life because if it was like the normal like bullshit that go on,
2007,
I could have went sat up in the county, continued chasing the bag. It would just been with different. You know, I would have been chasing Suboxone in jail or whatever the fuck be going on. You know. But
now they got the new shit. They spraying the paper planes. You heard about the paper planes?
Nah.
tapped in, kid. Ask Mooney about the cable planes and what the niggas going for now.
Oh man.
Nasty, yeah.
So I wound up getting the drug court.
What is it, a year?
18 months.
Ooh,
18 months.
that's like the max, right? That's
Yeah,
like
but this is the so the DA didn't like me. She was
What's
put.
the DA name? Shout out to her. We gonna shout out right here. Fuck you, bitch. Whatever your name is.
I think her
fuck
name,
that
her
bitch
last name is
Yeah,
Horny.
yeah,
Horny.
Horny, yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck that
She
bitch.
didn't want to give me she did not want to give me the drug court, and shout out to Judge Googlis, man, the guy who runs drug court, because he's like yo, this guy's he's been out for, he said he's been out for two years. He's got 100 character reference letters. Like what more do you want? Like,
Takes his outpatient serious.
he's like, if we put him in jail, what do we get? What comes out of that? Where's the rehabilitation?
Right.
So like, when you do drug court, right, you're supposed to do your 18 months, and then they're supposed to drop the felony to a misdemeanor. Her conditions as the DA was that I had to keep the
That bonding, no
Like it's a strive.